displacement reaction. The second type will be displacement, which is also known as replacement reaction. Displacement or replacement reaction. Now, what reaction do we call replacement or displacement reaction? A displacement reaction is a reaction in which one element takes the place of another element. That is the case in which one element replaces the other element. Now, there will be a trend for an element to displace or to replace another element. There are attributes you should have for you to replace the other element. That means one element can only replace the other element if that element must have met the condition we are going to highlight here. If you lack that particular strength, you will not be able to replace the element. So for you to replace an element, you should be above. Any element that is above in the electrochemical series will displace the element that is below. So we are now looking at electrochemical series here. For the highlight of this particular topic, we are not going to go far into the electrochemical series that will be discussed in electrolysis. All what we do now here is to just get brief background of the electrochemical series, because if the electrochemical series is not understood, you will not be able to understand this. Electrochemical series is the list of elements in order of decreasing. It is now in order of decreasing is for the positive ion, in order of decreasing is in forming positive ion, or in order of decreasing is in forming the negative ion. So the order that we should have, you should maintain that order for you to be able to understand displacement reaction. If that order is understood, then all displacement reaction can be done. And what is that order? For the positive ions, we take them in the order: potassium is at the top, sodium comes down, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, and gold. So you must be able to look at this particular form the way they are. You will not take sodium up and bring potassium down. They remain in this particular order. So when you list the element this way, we call that electrochemical series. This one is for the mental. They remain the way they are. So even if it takes you 3 days to understand that, you make sure you go 3 days to understand it. Now let us look at the negative form. In the negative form, we have sulfide that is at the top. After sulfide, we have sulfate. Sulfate is there. After sulfate, we have nitrate. Nitrate ion is there. After that, we have chloride. After that, we have bromide. After that, we have iodide. After that, we now have hydroxide. That will be the negative form. So this one is above this. This is also above this. This is above this. This is above this. This is above this. So what we are now saying in displacement reaction, for an element to replace another element, that element must be above. Any element that is above can displace the element that is below. Now, if you look at this one, potassium can displace sodium. Sodium can displace calcium, but calcium cannot displace sodium. That is why we are saying you maintain the strength or the pattern in which they are. Likewise, lead can displace hydrogen, but hydrogen cannot displace lead. Hydrogen can displace copper, but copper cannot displace hydrogen. We now look at example for this one. If we are looking at an example for this reaction, let us say we have magnesium. Magnesium reacting with hydrochloric acid. Magnesium reacts with HCl. Now what will happen here, we look at the elements that are part of this electrochemical series. Magnesium and hydrogen, both of them belong to this part. You can see magnesium here, you can see hydrogen down here. So both of them are present. But when you look at the two elements, magnesium is above hydrogen. Magnesium is at the top and hydrogen is down here. So wherever magnesium and hydrogen are, magnesium can replace. That means magnesium can displace hydrogen. That means magnesium has the power to replace hydrogen wherever hydrogen is, simply because magnesium is above hydrogen. So when magnesium now replaces hydrogen, you are going to have MgCl2. Because the valency for magnesium is 2, the 2 is transferred to the chlorine. Then the hydrogen is now liberated, and that hydrogen is moving as divalent gas, H2. So for me to balance that reaction, I'll write it this way. So this is a displacement reaction. Why? Because one element has replaced the other element. Another way you can do that, let us say we want to get reaction again of this type. Let us say we have a KBr now. That one is reacting with chlorine. Chlorine this way. Now let us see the reaction here. Let us see the basic reaction here. when you look at this, Br and Cl are part of this set. Br and Cl are part of this set. Br is here, Cl is here. But Cl is above Br. Since Cl is above Br, Cl can replace Br wherever it is. Now when you look at this, we say Cl is above Br. So in place of Br, chlorine is coming to replace it because chlorine is above. So instead of this particular compound or this Br attached to the protection, chlorine is now coming there. We are going to get KCl plus the Br is removed at this point. So if you want, you can balance the reaction by simply putting 2 in front of this, you put 2 in front of that. So that is displacement reaction. A displacement reaction is a reaction in which one element takes the place of another element. It takes us to another type of chemical reaction. The other type of the reaction we want to look at is double decomposition reaction. Number 3 reaction is double decomposition reaction. Double decomposition reaction. Now, a double decomposition reaction is a reaction in which 2 soluble compounds, that means 2 compounds that can dissolve in water or that can dissolve in any solvent. 2 compounds that are soluble, when they combine, they produce 2 other compounds in which one is soluble, the other one is insoluble. I go over the statement. In double decomposition reaction, 2 soluble compounds will combine to produce 2 compounds in which one is soluble, the other one is insoluble. And in double decomposition reaction, it involves the exchange of radicals. Now the exchange of radicals here is the most important thing. Now let us look at the format before we look at the actual reaction. Double decomposition reaction takes the form of, if we have now A, B, A is the metallic form and the last one becomes the radical. When we have that, we combine with CD, the metallic form, the last one is the radical. What will happen here is, the first part here will take the last one here. The first element will go to the last element of this set. Then the first one here will come to the second of this. That means the first element, the first member of this group will go to the second member of this group. When A comes to the second, the first one comes to the second here, you get AD. After that, when C comes to this one, you are going to get BC or CB, whatever form. So the first element goes to the second. The first element of one set goes to the second of the other set. While the first element of that set comes to the second of the other set. If that is the case, let us now say we want to write the reaction of silver triosonitrate, AgNO3. It's one of the soluble compounds you can think of. That one is combining with sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is also soluble. So when that happens, they are going to exchange radicals. And how is that exchange of radical possible here? The first element here, which is silver, is coming to the Cl here. When Ag comes to Cl, you have silver chloride. After that, this first one also of this will now come to this one. First of this comes to the second here, the first of this comes to the second. So Na is coming to NO3. That becomes NaNO3. In which there will be a precipitate here, which is insoluble, and then one soluble compound is produced. A reaction of that type is known as double decomposition reaction. The moment they exchange radicals, it becomes double decomposition reaction. Save that.